Hello everybody and welcome back to V.E.D.A, the vlogging every day in April challenge. And of course we are here in our month of favorites and it is day 20? Day 20. I'm not going to look at my phone. I know it's day 20. Because tomorrow is Game of Thrones Season 8 Episode 2. Let me know in the comments if you're loving it. We're not talking about favorite Game of Thrones season though. However, Game of Thrones may actually come up in this video. I'm going to ask about your favorite piece of memorabilia or merch. I'm going to just say, favorite collection, favorite piece of memorabilia is what I'm going to say. And if you don't know what that is, look it up, Google it, I don't give a fuck. But basically, I know a lot of my fan base, as small as you are geeks. We love our geekdom, whether it be Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Star Trek, Star Wars, Game of Thrones, Rick and Morty, anything like that, from wrestling to Pokemon to Avatar The Last Airbender to Ruby. There are a lot of, pieces of merch that you can get. Replica props from the shows or, replica versions of things that would exist in the shows. If it's like an animated show, like, say, Soul Eater. Do you have a replica version of Soul as the Scythe that you bought? Or maybe even that you made as a cosplayer? That is your favorite? So I'm not a person that kind of makes things. I'm not very creative in that way. Most of my skills involve my mouth. And only like 90% of them I can talk about on camera. But it mostly comes down to, singing, speaking, commentary, voice acting, that kind of thing. So if I'm going to get memorabilia, if I'm going to get something that means a lot to me, it's probably going to be bought. I have many plushies that mean a lot to me that I've either bought myself or I've gotten from friends as gifts. But I absolutely love my replica weaponry collection. It's something that I want to continue to expand upon. And when I have my own place, I basically want my own replica fantasy armory, in my room. If I'm doing videos like this, where I'm actually in front of the camera, I would like to have those behind me, and not my slanted roof and occasional, pictures of Luna Lovegood. Although, she is gorgeous. In terms of wands, I thought I had Luna's wand. I guess I don't. But I will have her wand eventually. I do have the Elder Wand. It's in my headboard on my bed. But y'all already know I'm not talking about wands or staffs or shields. I'm talking about... Let me show you my favorite. I'm actually going to go over and get it right now. You already know that I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I did just mention having the Elder Wand, my excessive love for Luna. And what collection of replica weaponry is complete without, although this could use with some TLC, the Sword of Gryffindor. Where does this? There we go. Right here. Godric Gryffindor engraved on the blade on both sides. It's obviously not sharp, it's dulled at the tip, although you could probably run someone through with this. It's absolutely my favorite thing that I own. It's almost surreal holding it in my hand. But it is it's just the tip of the iceberg. One of the other swords that I will not show you guys because I simply do not have room where I'm sitting right now is Sephiroth's Masamune. Or Masamune, however you pronounce it. I don't know, I'm white. From Final Fantasy VII, Sephiroth's compensation sword. It is absolutely super long. In the hilt, like this, it comes up like past this ceiling. It's kind of difficult to describe, but it's really, really cool. Another sword like this that I have is downstairs, actually, in front of our living room TV. And it's something I got recently at Con Bravo last year. It's Arya Stark's needle from Game of Thrones. Something that we recently saw her pull out during the first episode of Season 8, where Jon asks her if she's used it, and she says once or twice, "Oh, Jon, if only you knew." It's absolutely a perfect recreation. It has a plaque in front of it with the Stark banner, like the Stark sigil on it. Again, it has a cap on the tip so that, you know, if it falls, it doesn't, like, skewer the pet cat or something. But this is something that I want to expand upon and just have a whole room littered with replica weaponry. Things that I want to get include, obviously, the Hyrule Master Sword and Shield, which you can find pretty much at any convention, which is why I haven't gotten it yet. It's one of the most requested items. You're guaranteed to have a Master Sword and a Shield at pretty much any convention where replica weaponry is sold. I want to get Brahms' Dragon Slayer sword from Aragon. As much as people hate that movie, I love that sword. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, I guess I'm going to own Gandalf's staff. Although I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan, I feel like it's just... you kind of have to. You know, a phaser from Star Trek. A bowcaster. Specifically, I want to own a Wookiee bowcaster from Star Wars. A Klingon botleth, if I'm pronouncing that right. If not, Trekkies will correct me on that one, but I believe it's called a botleth, which is the Klingon weapon of choice. It's got like these two handles here, and the blade kind of comes across. It's absolutely sick looking, and looks incredibly impractical, but I'm sure that, like, if you train with it, you will absolutely have no problem using it. Lightsabers, to me, are, you know, you can only go so far when it comes to replica lightsabers, you know, because all lightsabers essentially look the same. You know, you see one red lightsaber, you've seen them all. You see one blue lightsaber, you've seen them all. Obviously, there's ones that can connect and become the dual-bladed lightsabers, like you see from Darth Maul in Phantom Menace. Probably one of the only cool scenes from that movie is the Duel of the Fates. So, I mean, you get a Force Effects lightsaber. You know, maybe if I start running out of ideas and I still have more space on my wall, I might get a lightsaber of every color, like a Force Effects one, because probably the Force Effects is your best bet. Oh, God. What else? I'm probably forgetting a lot. Obviously, I want Luna Lovegood's wand because she's my favorite character in Harry Potter. I'm not going to go as crazy as to try and get every person's wand. But I'm trying to think. There's so many series that have weapons in them that, you know, I like Sword Art Online, but I'm not going to get Kirito's swords. I'm just not that interested in it. But, I mean, let me know if I'm missing anything. If you're like, hey, you know, you talk about, you know, loving this series, why haven't you talked about this weapon? So let me know in the comments. You know, call me out on my own bullshit. I love it. You know, you roast the ones you love. And I love each and every one of you. And that's why I roast you till the cows come home. But let me know what your favorite piece of memorabilia is in the comments section down below. Let me know also what we should do for the rest of our month of V.E.D.A, although we only have 10 days to go, so let's go! But until next time for vlogging every day in April in our month of favorites, I'm the Medieval Massacre, and that's the 411.